Hopefully it's working. Both of you guys draw 6 cards. When Matt shows up, you can reduce down to 4. If he doesn't make it, then maybe we'll get some sharks. Actually, I'll leave my Facebook ring in the background in case sharks come.
Ooh, my first cards.
Yes, plenty of new cards have been added since last you played. For those who don't know, Jameis was playing back in the old days, like a decade ago or some shit. So semi-old days, not freakishly old days.
Nothing. Oh, happy holidays. Woo! Nice, okay, hero point.
I was going to say, you've learned to pretty much black out and ignore the happy holidays cards, haven't you?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, happy holidays.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you've even got 8 more days left on the happy holidays, I believe. So, no worries. You guys are both sitting around. Reduced down to 4.
Oh, well, that was fast.
He might need some help getting his thing set up, because...
Right. Matt, if you can hear us, type something. Oh, that's nice.
He apparently knows how to set up his fucking Roll20. Well done.
Yeah.
It basically just came up and went, do you want to allow this to use this and this? And I went, yes.
Well, that was easy.
Make it so.
Draw some cards, sir.
Right. I also got something saying that this site has been hacked and that I need to change my password. So I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
What, the Roll20 site got hacked?
Yeah, Chrome was like, this site has been hacked and your password has been given out to loads of people. Change your password. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'll do it later. Calm down.
I didn't get that message, so apparently the hackers don't care enough about me.
No, why would they care about you?
I can't imagine. That means I can close that Facebook. Cool.
First game of the year. Yay!
Well, technically second.
Well, first game of the year for me. Yay!
Yes, happy New Year, everybody. Where the fuck is my cyberpunk shit? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, damn you. Got that thing on pre-order. Hurry up, developer. Make it happen.
Logan, you didn't recall and shuffle this on the deck.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute.
I am playing Virtuoso. Haha.
Ooh. I wonder if I should limit to the tree that. Oh, well, I don't have a limit. What am I doing? Never mind.
That might be hard if you don't actually have a limited retrieve.
Okay.
Yeah, before I forget as well, and before we get started, Logan, I need the next thing for my wacky skill set.
You know, Freddie told me I should call that up. So, okay, let's see. Now, the last thing that you got was immune to fatigue and exhaustion effects?
Hold on. Yeah, no, immune to, well, it's the death package, basically. So, immune to poison, sleep effects, paralysis, stunning, disease, and death effects.
Yep. Right. Do you have the affected by spells and abilities which affect the undead for good or ill one?
No.
I will copy paste that. This one maybe.
No. Yeah, this double-edged sword.
So you can't hear yourself anymore?
Right.
Yes.
There you go. Reading it off for the people in the studio audience. Affected by spells and abilities that affect the undead for good or ill. Spells which you want to resist but don't have a willpower roll to resist. It can be resisted with a willpower times 1. Also, you can only be healed by necromancy. Normal healing spells have no effect.
This is why I've been trying to build up my necromantic tree while I've been doing my skill horror.
Now, can you still be taken to a hospital, or?
In the state I'm in, probably not.
He looks kind of like a he looks like a guy who's been dead for a few days.
Well, okay, I mean, will first aid work on him still, or no?
No.
That probably went out the window with immune to the death package. That's probably even lost around it.
Okay.
I will make a note of that.
So you're back to Hugo Harrington then.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it seems to be going that way. Interestingly, I'm obviously born to just be death.
You guys are all sitting around the definitely recognizable as the embassy. Oh, for Jameis, real quick. Jameis, you pick up 2 tarot cards, Strength and the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, I did not forget. Jameis looks surprised. I did not forget. Ha 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 ha. And
so, congratulations, Freddie. You're just being promoted to Team Paladin.
Now
Believe it or not, I'm working on it.
Here's how everybody's dressed. Jameis is dressed kind of like a back east gunfighter type thing with like the bowler hat, the kind of pinstriped suit, hog leg strapped on and stuff. Very much the gentleman gunfighter. That is your Cthulhu gear right now. Is nice clothes, pocket watch, hog leg with 5 rounds loaded. Yes, you can load 6. Yes, it will discharge itself at an inconvenient time if you do. 6 shooters really weren't. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Freddie, you're dressed in your normal, like, I'm an adventurer type clothes. Matt, do you have your gear actually listed on your character sheet in Roll20?
What there is, yeah, because there isn't. I've
Cool.
got equipment mostly is where my gear is.
As long as it's on your character sheet in Roll20 where I can go and access it, you have it all.
You know pretty much what I carry. It's very little.
Got it. And for some reason, rather than his normal adventuring clothes and stuff, Kinley is dressed up like a undertaker in the Old West, complete with the top hat that's black that has like the kind of weird silk thing that they'd have hanging off the side of it, in a long black suit and whatnot, and also with a measuring tape hanging around his neck, and his other gear is all sitting in a bag over next to him. Yeah, you guys are sitting around the office, and now is a good time to talk. Excuse me, nature.
So
That was quick.
So who the hell are you guys?
Yes, I've got a sense that you're a nice, friendly fella. Welcome aboard.
let's see you here.
Freddie, how's things?
Hey there, Alex. My name's Freddie, although my real name's Aeolus. No one knows how to pronounce that, so just call me Freddie. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Yes, I know you have questions. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Going to be less than you suspect. Well, I'm Reb Silk. I was traveling the outback and now I'm here. This must be part of the dreaming.
Sure, you can call it that.
Yeah. Are you like brand new to this? Like new, or just newish?
Out of game, I've listened to all that end of season 4 has been posted in game. Completely new, mate.
Sweet. Excellent.
Well,
I don't know where we are or what's going on.
Wow. Big briefing. Go for it, Freddie.
oh, great. Why do I have to do this? Okay.
To be honest, I don't really care that much.
Okay.
I'm not going to be around that many games. To be honest,
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, you've seen the season, so blah everything you've seen. Yeah, you know it all. Now.
Oh, that you know about was more.
Yeah, that I know about anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. You sure got up to some weird stuff.
Yeah, and a lot more. Oh, by the way, I have no hand.
No.
Yes, I have a hook for a hand.
You're the hook
Then
hand.
how'd you feel?
I mean, I can. No,
Nice.
we're not. Okay.
I thought that was good.
Right. Well, yeah, you're in the Australian embassy, or what we call the Australian embassy.
Oh, that works nicely.
If anyone asks, any human you see is an Australian.
Oh, Australia.
Everyone else is some variation of an animal. It's normal here. Yes, I know. Just
That's the dreaming. You get weird things like that.
sure.
Do you remember what the magic is like here at the moment?
Times 2.
Fuck, times 2.
Yeah. Do you want unlimited?
Do I? No, well, not really. I was just going to do a bit of skill whoring while Logan's indisposed of.
No, it's times 2. But yeah.
Go on, times 2. Maxing life. Alright. Yeah.
So, Rim was it or Rim? Rim. Tell me what kind of skills do you possess?
I've been sort of known for getting places far and wide and been able to handle myself.
So you can
go
handle
lots of
yourself.
weird locations.
Oh, great.
Desert, Arctic, forest, all that done.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I know this isn't going to make sense right away, but just bear with me. Kinley, I have 2 potential things that we can do today, unless, of course, you have something else in mind. The first...
Yep, go for it.
The first is, I don't know if you heard the story or not, about the missing armor of the guy I killed.
Missing armor?
Yes, the amberite that I...
Oh, the Sunny Sun Gym. Yeah.
Yes. We need to go and retrieve his armor.
Oh, man. They got you doing quests now as well to pay this.
Well, it's either that or their house declares war on us.
So what's new?
And the other thing is we need to go and get his shield. We know where both of them are. They would both be 2 very different quests. One would involve going to a potentially dangerous irradiated zone, and the other involves
I'm good with irradiated.
The other involves going to a rich people area and trying to get a shield out of a illegal gambling den.
Wow. Well, I'm transitioning at the moment, not in the way you probably think. So I'm not as versatile in combat as I used to be. So I'd rather go with the safer of the 2 options.
So the shield, okay.
You don't want to go near radiation, mate.
Oh no, I'm actually okay. If it was just radiation, I would be fine with that.
Well, the thing is, we don't really know much about the area. We know it's irradiated. We know that a man bought the armor and went there in search of treasure, but we don't know how they survive in the irradiated area, for example.
Logan, question. Am I literally am I desecrated now? I don't have blood.
Not that you're aware of. Yeah, you're pretty much zombie for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
Do we need to start making sand rolls against them again?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. Forgot about that.
Yes, Matt. In addition to remembering your thing, please make a note on your sheet or wherever that you can go towards zombie. They can work on maxing out zombie when you're around.
I have zombie maxed out, so.
Oh, well, then you're totally okay with the zombie.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. This could be a really stupid thing to do, but.
Yeah.
How many points?
One point toward zombie. You've seen worse.
Yes.
I drew. Boo. Yes. Fuck it. I draw the sword.
Oh, God. Stand away from you.
Well, you're sitting around a table right now, so Freddy bolts up, knocks over his chair, and backs away wildly.
Nice sword.
Now, the sword itself, it looks like a Scottish basket-hilted broadsword, if you know what those look like. And let's see, let me check on the thing, because I believe you're going to take 3 hit points. Damage.
What, did you draw it or just?
Yeah, you did.
I drew it because, I know I'm probably going to take the 3 hit points, but I'm hoping I'm not going to take the 1 hit point every round because it wouldn't be able to suck my blood anymore.
You are taking the 1 hit point per round. You can give me an analyze magic roll. Oh, and
this was a bad start.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought we might be past that point now, but obviously not.
Apparently, it's sucking
Jack
something.
is always going to screw you over. This is Logan.
Hey.
Skills.
Oh, we go into combat rounds, Logan.
Well, you're probably going to have to chop my hand off, so yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do some standard combat.
I've got my analyze magic.
Let's see. Villains are hindered. Matt, you're the villain.
Yay!
Yay, hindered.
Yay!
Okay, so
my hand falls off.
let's see. Reb is currently sitting around in his chair, observing, going, "That's a nice sword." And Freddy, you're standing up, looking wild-eyed. What do you do? You're first, Freddy. You see the spikes coming out of the zombie's hand as he clutches the sword. Hello? Oh. Shit.
Chop my hand off.
Can you guys see me?
Yes.
I reloaded the page because I didn't know what else to do.
Logan, I drew my sword out of its pocket, and that's my action.
Got it. What are you doing, Jameis?
We'll do the approved action, but there's not much I can do with that. So I'm just going to be looking at him and wondering why anyone's worried about the guy having a sword.
No worries. We'll go on to the next round. Sewing is approved. Matt's first.
I hold my hand out nice and steady for...
Sure, you're at a plus 30, Freddy.
Damn it, Kenny, you just had to do it now, didn't you?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to chop his hand off.
So your called shot comes back to plus minus 0, so enjoy.
Yeah, so let's see that.
Wow, nice. The perfect chunk. So you're down 1 hand.
Do I roll damage or?
Yeah, oh yeah. He's tough. He could take it.
Just don't know. Oh, not to take him 4 already, so just don't roll 16.
Yeah.
Redding.
It's a 2d12, my dude.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Roll
None
low.
of us have necromancy, so.
Okay.
That's a good
Oh,
start.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you now. All right. Well, that's me done for the adventure. Yay! I'll go and sit in the corner. You guys do all the work.
Yay!
So why'd you chop his hand off?
These
I've
spikes
had
go
first-
chunk back in.
It's a nasty blade. I sheath it with the sheath, holding the sheath and like pulling it along the length of the thing, and that thing is getting fucking pocketed again.
No problem. Just so you know, the spikes, as he's doing that, the spikes that went through his now severed hand withdraw back into the hilt.
Yeah,
And,
pick my hand up.
The hand, yeah, I was going to say the hand falls
Anyone want a hand?
No hand club, buddies. Woo!
Yay.
So
Right.
to answer your question,
That was
Mr. Webb,
stupid.
I have first-hand experience with that sword. When you draw it, it sucks the living life out of you unless you kill a sentient being.
You notice
That seems to be bleeding much.
True.
He'll be fine.
As he says that, you notice that Freddy does have, I believe, a hook for one of his hands.
Yay.
Alright, can I,
This will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Curious to see how
You
you're
wanna-
going to heal him up.
do you want to rest for the night? We can go in the morning.
I'm not even sure that's... Well, it's not going to do a lot for me unless I...
You got any tape or something?
Yeah, I can bandage.
Well,
Yeah, we can rest up.
I know who does know of necromancy. The elves.
Right. You want me to go and see? No.
I mean, it's either that or we let you rest for a bit.
Might be a couple of days.
Well, in the meantime, that will give me a chance to get good old Red situated and shown around the place.
Oh, I take the measuring tape on my waist and I wrap it around my fucking hand stump. So I
No
got
problem. Yeah, you do your best to kind of attach it.
Where is it?
Does someone want to give me a hand here?
Nope.
Rev tries to jury rig it in there, but it's just
Nice.
not working. Some duct tape would be a treat right now.
Yeah. Sweet,
Or-
some duct tape.
Or, coming from that part of the world, some of that blue tack might even work.
Hey, between the two of us, we have two hands.
We do. The one hand club. Yay.
Damn it. Hold on, let me just put my sword away.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same.
Yeah, don't forget it's a stupidly hard
Oh,
willpower roll in this zone to
Crit.
do magic.
Yeah.
Wow, unless, of course, you get a crit. Then it's not that hard.
Alright, there we go.
Pockets at the
You,
bottom.
you watch them like playing weird games where they hide the sword behind their back and go, nope, nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're pretty convinced that Kinley's going to fumble at some point.
I'm going to
and blow
fumble at
himself
this
up.
point. Yep. It rolls like this. God damn it.
Several minutes go by with him trying to hide the sword from you, and you're going, I can see it. I can see it.
Can we
Not a good start.
get some rest? I'm gonna introduce Webb to Elwin and the other doors. And we'll see you in the morning.
Yep.
No worries. Jameis, give me a empathy roll.
Oh, that's
He's
nice.
like, these guys are fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's a chick.
No problem. He introduces you to some full-on Lord of the Rings-looking elf dude who you can tell does not really like Freddy, Also, as soon as you leave the room, these 4 guards, bodyguard guys, surround Freddy and just kind of wander around. They seem to be keeping an eye on Freddy, not anything else. They are curious as to who you are, but they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Yeah.
While we're with Elwin, I would like to please request a bracelet for Mr. Webb.
Anything else while I'm down there? He says. You can almost feel the frost in the air.
Webb, did you happen to get any tarot cards, Webb?
Oh yeah, I got these 2 here.
Yeah, we normally store them in the embassy. They're magic cards. They're useless on their own.
Magic.
If you want to, yeah. Well, yeah. If you want to hand them over to Elwin or keep them, it's up to you.
Yeah, you can have them if you want.
No problem. He makes some notes. Freddie will post it up on the board so that Pete can keep track of it because Logan's sure as fuck not going to. And they get tossed in. They bring you back a plain gray looking bracelet that the other guys wear on their hands on their wrists that normally don't lose hands or have their hands. And they give you one.
I'll show him how to, when we're alone, I'll show him how to use it. I'll encrypt it for him.
Yep.
And yeah.
No problem. This gives you access to the in-game board, Jameis, so Freddie or somebody will get you access to that. So, no problem. All that gets taken care of. And, he shows you like this weird doghouse thing that he apparently lives in part of the time that's just outside of the embassy. The embassy itself has it looks like it's one of these really huge buildings that has a huge grounds, and it has it looks like it's comfortably made to fit like 50 or 100 people, and they've got like 10 times that in there. So people are literally camped out in the hallways and stuff like that. They all seem kind of nice. The people here, a lot of them are regular humans, but a lot of them are pretty much furries, like rhino-headed guards seem very common. There's also like some various other fantasy races and stuff like that, like gnomes and wood elves and weird shit like that. But humans is definitely the overriding thing, except the embassy staff, like their cook is a cat lady named Foxy for some reason, and so on. And we'll do a quick cut too so we can see if we can get the party back together. Matt, this is your big role. This is the one that tells us whether you're going to be a wounded bitch the whole adventure or if you can get back your hit points.
Way this is going, probably useless bitch. So we'll roll, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you want times 1 or less.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to trade you a card.
Ooh, there, cards are coming in, Matt. See? They're trying to help you. It won't help, but they're trying. That's the important thing.
Yeah. It's the trying that's important.
No, this will work.
So, trade you a card?
Yeah. Okay.
Drag that across.
Do I put it onto the thing or onto you?
You put it onto that same window that's opened up. It should. There you go.
There we go. Exit trade. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll work. I can take it, coach. Ring.
But now we don't get to see if you're here or not.
No, of course I don't want to know.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, he's fine. Apparently all he needed was a short nap, and he comes out and he's like, let's go. Now, everybody give me a critical spot hidden roll. Or actually, I'd take it at a quarter. Spot hidden at a quarter or better.
Nope.
Close for Kinley. Kinley, you're suspicious of something. Freddie, you see like this weird kind of pulsing. It's almost like this mist thing that's going, and it seems to be going through one wall, through the room, and then out the other wall. And sometimes it kind of forms into skulls or whatever.
Yeah. Kenley, did you read the post on the boards?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't need to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Web, cosmic shit is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it that way.
Well, that's the dreaming. That's where cosmic shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going to overwhelm you with that right now.
No.
Right. So, Kenley, do you want to try and get the shield back?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So this is going to sound like a stupid question. Do you have any money on you?
What area?
Gold, preferably, or anything really, because I can exchange it for gold.
Well, I'm minus 1,900 credits with Guri.
Great. Okay.
I've got 0 Vorus dollars because I lost that last time. I still have some amber gold.
How much?
47.
Oh, that could work. Okay. Right. So the area that we need to go to get the shield is a very kind of high-end rich people area where they wear very fancy clothing. So if we want to get in, we'll need to go to a tailor and get some clothes, which costs about 5 gold a piece.
I might need a mani-pedi as well as we are looking at them.
I mean, look, we'll just say we're like brothers, question mark? Because we both have missing hands. I don't know. Anyway.
Quick side note. Kinley, you're thinking, because I know that you are a master of disguise. If you have a disguise kit, and I don't know if you do or not, and a mirror and an hour, you might be able to make it look like you are not a walking corpse.
Cool.
I mean, because if memory serves, you are really good at disguise.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to look like not a walking corpse? Is the question. This is Kinley, so
yeah, I am happy looking like a walking corpse, but in certain situations where it takes a certain finesse to get into somewhere.
That brings me on to my next point.
Okay.
I don't know what the plan is to acquire the shield. If it's gonna be a snatch and grab, or if we want to try and buy it, which I don't see them giving up for very cheap.
So this is basically like a gang of like thieves?
No, it's some sort of. So it's the storefront is a haberdash store where they make hats and stuff. Yeah. But in the back room they have a gambling operation, an illegal gambling operation that runs every weekend for like the famous and rich people where they go.
So question, who's good at gambling?
I was going to put points into it, but apparently I'm just some hobby.
Quick question also, did you have a way to heal your hand, or is it being held on still by your tape measure, Matt?
Would that card have covered it?
I
all
don't
damage.
Ooh, good question. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if Matt can pull off a willpower times 3, since he had it kind of tied on properly and whatnot when the card was played, if he didn't, then I would say no, but he did. Yeah. So, yeah, for some reason his hand is back fucking on. I'll give Jameis a card for pointing out that. Clever card play.
Yeah. What I was just going to ask was... so basically, I'm not affected by any of the healing tree spells anymore.
Yeah.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the regeneration would not work.
Nope.
But you can still pass it on other people.
Yeah. Dropping a move +5 if you demon monster.
Not really. Restore is a self-only spell, and there is probably restore other, but I haven't picked that up yet. So.
Okay. So if we are going down go there and steal it some route, I would suggest we put on some disguises so that we're not wanted criminals if anyone sees us.
Yeah. Mate, I might actually I'm going to do a loomsy. I'll be your backpack healer for the whole adventure. Go, Freddy, go. Go, Freddy, go.
Alright, well, what's... Reb, you have a fresh perspective on things. How would you go about stealing an item from this place?
Why do you need to steal it in the first place?
Well, we need to return it to a family that is very pissed off at us/me because I killed one of their sons.
I like that his first reaction is to laugh.
So, when I killed the person, we had to leave very quickly. We left the armor and the shield on the ground. Some people took it, and we tracked it down to this gambling den.
Well, you could always go there and explain that it's not the shield and ask for it back.
Ah!
Oh, he just killed himself.
Here comes the fumble card. The fumble
Hold on.
Oh.
I do not want to fumble that one, so I'm going to use I'm going to use a reverse dice and not to fumble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking rolling like shit today.
Which is unusual.
We could ask for it back, but
Yay!
I don't know if they'll believe us.
Alright, I just got to get my throw magic roll.
I never know. They may just say, given if you already sounds like you're already doing fetching, they may say go fetch something else and we'll give you the shield.
That could work, right? Okay.
I'm guessing you're probably going to end up gambling for it, Freddy. So I hope you've got your gambling skills.
I can't gamble for shit. What are you talking about? It's supposedly their good luck charm, by the way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
put it up on the wall.
They're really going to part with that easy then.
Oh, we can always go scope it out and see what it's up to the situation.
Another idea I had was if either of you are any good at forgeries, we can make one that looks like the shield, go in and swap it out.
Probably not that good. Yeah.
The best thing to do is go and have a look around first, see what the situation is.
I suppose we could go and scope out the situation, yeah.
Do we want to do this disguised or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get to the disguise kits.
Well, let's go get the clothes first, and then we'll get disguised afterwards.
Okay.
No problem. 15 gold later.
Hold on.
Oh.
Before we do that, do you really want to go in, though, with the first disguise as being posh rich people? Because they're probably going to be like, gamble, you're here. You must be here to gamble.
Well,
gamble.
We're not going to be allowed to stay there for too long.
No,
Dressed the way we are.
Exactly. What I'm saying is there a way we could get in under another pretense that would allow us to have a bit more kind of room to scope things out? Like janitors or handymen. Like, we're here to fix that leak. You go,
I don't know. We'll need to look into that.
All I'm saying is we go straight in as the rich people. I can guarantee you're probably going to get pushed straight into a fucking gambling table. Hey, you're here at the illegal gambling back room. You're dressed like a rich guy. You're here to gamble. Go and have a seat. You've got no choice.
Okay, well, let's have a look around the area then and see what's...
Matt, just take 2 cards.
This is not my first rodeo.
Apparently not.
So, yeah, the district we need to go to is the Lambourne Hall district in Gothic.
I don't think I've ever been so happy to see the heal card. I'm like, I'm going to keep that. I'm fucking keeping that. Oh, bollocks. I'm going to keep all of those. I'm going to throw a comprehension unless anyone wants it. I'm not thinking no one's going to want it. Unless anyone's got another.
What's comprehension?
It's 25% language skill for books only.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, one-off boost.
Yeah.
We've called for that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
Also, Reb, do you need any items or anything before we leave? Or you...
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have much in the way of gear right now.
I'm usually more used to having stuff to help me survive environments than this, and more pockets as well.
Okay, so what, you need a tent? Tell me what you need and we'll try and get some for you.
This is where you're going against player knowledge.
Remember my flute 60, I forgot to use that skill. The card, yeah, okay, good.
Sweet. Just like I forgot what they're called. You got pocket knives and you got what's the other ones? Leathermans.
Yes, Leatherman's. I know another zone that sells those.
Maybe a K-bar knife.
I don't know about that, but I can get you a nice knife.
Machete's always handy.
Yeah, you can get one from here.
Yeah, as you say, sort of tent, raincoats.
Yeah, look, and if we can find any of that,
Basic first aid kit.
any of those basic items in the embassy.
Yeah, they since they've started crafting. Oh, by the way, they could anything that you guys want to. You're told, Freddie, that anything you can bring back, even like scrap metal and stuff, would be a big help because they've set up a forge. They can do that.
Okay.
They give a machete and a Old West first aid kit, which essentially contains laudanum, cocaine pills, needle, thread, and crude bandages made from linen.
Nice.
Because in the Old West, obviously, you needed cocaine to cure anything wrong with you, and your blood was probably haunted by evil spirits or female hysteria. Now, when he mentioned Lambourne Hall, give me, are you climatized, Matt, toward, do you even know which zone it is that he's talking about?
Me?
You didn't mention the zone.
What, the zone we're in now, or the one you want to go to?
The one he wants to go to.
What's it called again?
Classic.
Are you climatized to there?
Hold on.
I know Jameis has never been there before, so
I mean, you've been there so many times.
I know, I am, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
give me a memory roll at full then, since you're climatized, Matt.
I have a good memory. Yes.
Lambourne Hall is a pretty friggin' posh district. It's off of the downtown center. It's heavily guarded. Essentially, if people are wandering around not dressed poshly, there better be a good reason for it, or they will be escorted out by the guards. Different kinds of buildings in different establishments within the district includes a not public library, furniture makers, public baths upmarket, rich people homes and walled estates, the quote Australian embassy, which isn't an Australian embassy, it's a fancy hotel that's got the also the Hilton, the second finest hotel in town, and a haberdasher.
The haberdasher is where we need to go.
It's close to the city walls. I mean, so it is possible to sneak into Lambourne Hall area if you wanted to scale the city wall, but it is a heavily guarded area because the people that live there are rich enough to get guards from the government to guard them, and some even have their own private security within their estates.
Right. Okay.
So causing any kind of problems there, it's the kind of place where you can easily get swarmed with guards.
Yeah. Okay, I blur just in case. Then.
So going with what you were saying before, then can we get ourselves some overalls, a white van, and white panel van and just drive around a bit.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. See, the zone used to be a very heavy magic zone, which relied on these crystals to power their vehicles and whatnot. But now magic is fading away, and their cars don't work as well as they normally did. So while we, as in myself or Kinley, probably could drive a van around.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, okay, I could. It would probably be very, very suspicious, given the problems people have with cars.
Okay, well, not really car, but I mean, surely people still have caretakers, handymen, maintenance, stuff like that. You know, it's
get some overalls, get yourself a toolbox.
Yeah, that
so
could
you got a
work.
job.
Yeah. But again, I don't know. I've never been there.
Well, I suppose if disguises are good enough, we can try it. And if they're like, fuck off, we'll be like, okay. But, you know. I suppose we could go there under the pretense of just buying hats, because it is a hat shop.
Play immediately, 3 players or more, everyone gets a card.
Woo.
Full group.
We could go hat shopping.
We could. But would they allow us to walk in being not dressed or posh?
Oh no, I'm just saying if we want to go get the posh clothes now, but you know, I'm saying it's at that cost. You're going to have to probably, you know, if you want to then go a second time, you can almost burn those clothes because you know they'll probably be recognizable. So I just thought going in like raggedy clothes but under the pretense of workers might be a good start, and then if they're like, no, fuck off, then we can come back in the posh clothes and be like, we're here to buy.
We could go under the guise of like free cleaning under the new government or something. Like, we're here to clean your shop for free, because, you know, just offering free services basically. Because rich people love free shit.
Anyone have a really shit card? I've got a critical thinking, which is not bad, but
I'll take it.
I've got other good ones. Just throw whatever card you.
Yeah. Is your haberdashery there a rich person place though? Because you know, it's always just a shop. In
the whole, I think the whole area is basically so. We will stand out if we go dressed like we are now, but we might not be. We won't stick out so much if we are dressed appropriately for either workmen or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you go to the haberdashery and say it's a free thing, then they might go, oh, actually, we're not sort of rich people who get free stuff. Why the hell are you giving us free stuff? Especially if they're a gambling den who are trying to not draw attention to themselves.
Well, it's an illegal gambling den, so the quote-unquote public doesn't know about it. And that's in the back room, not in the front.
Yeah, but they don't want to draw attention to it by having people do stuff.
True.
Most of these places, well, they're going to have, like, just to even get into the back room, they're probably going to have, like, you know, whether it's a special word or a special handshake or something like that.
Oh, I know this one. Swordfish.
Swordfish, well, it could be.
No, we have that one already.
It would be so random if it was just like, swordfish, all right, come in the back. It's like, what? But, you know, again, if there's a way we can get into the front shop and observe for long enough, we might be able to see someone else coming in, going out the back, or maybe the entrance is. Yeah, I think we just need to go and have a look. I mean, maybe they enter not through the shop, maybe they enter through a back door. You know, like one of those kind of like.
Could be. Yeah.
Let's go and have a look and see. Let's just go get dressed in these overalls and stuff and have a look see.
No problem. Finding work clothes and stuff. Is there any special occupation you would like to be? Because finding work clothes in the Old West, not a problem. Those who have been to the place that you're going to be going to definitely are like, yeah, these work clothes pretty much look like work clothes to these guys. So,
Plumbers, Super Mario Brothers style.
Yeah, I was to say,
yeah, you know, Bob Hoskin and that, yeah.
Okay, you're dressed in the clothes, but Give me a disguise roll to give your opinions on stuff.
Also, I want whatever I'm wearing. I want to have very, very long sleeves to cover my hook.
Hey, well, you need to make them dirty, and that is a few with grease marks and stuff.
Jameis, take a card. Yes. Everybody, give me a disguise roll. You guys get scrunched up a bit. You look like working Joes. Kinley's like, we need tools of some sort. We need to. With Kinley's amazing fucking disguise thing, he's like, it's good, but we should be
I'm dropping a +5. I'm not playing. I'm dropping a +5.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Kinley's like, we should be a very obvious kind of easily recognizable handyman of some sort, because if you're just general handyman, those guys are usually just a step up from beggars, and which is bad. So toolboxes and being a recognizable thing. Is there any kind of profession that Kinley thinks he could actually do if called upon as a handyman?
Well, I'm a pretty good carpenter, so I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, having a carpenter, even though one of your assistants has got a hook hand, because if he's got the super long sleeves, this may cause suspicion. So you're like, no. Even having a assistant that has a hook for a hand, that's easily explainable as this is why he will never get to anything past an assistant. Because he fucked up in the sawing thing, you know. That's pretty easy.
I'll be a carpentry myself.
I will remove the hook,
happen.
though. I will remove the hook, at least.
Why? The hook actually helps carry stuff.
Useful.
But if we go back, okay, fine.
Oh yeah, you're the one. People just say it's the one-handed man did it, and you're going to be back to the Harrison Ford.
You almost want to lead into that unless you have recognizable traits like weird hair and a hook hand and stuff that they pick up on, so they don't notice you.
Oh.
So when you come back again as the rich person, you know, you go, oh, I don't see a hook, I don't see the orange hair, I don't know who this chap is.
Yeah.
That's why, don't want anything recognizable when I go back in.
So, you guys you've got your tool, you guys look like a carpenter with two apprentices now. He made sure you didn't put too much grease on, but he did sprinkle some sawdust and stuff on you, because apparently Kinley is good enough to work at, like, insert big theater here as their makeup consultant, So yeah, you sprinkled like just a bit of sawdust in Freddy's hair to help distract them away from the hook and stuff. So you guys look like carpenters for any play that you care to name that has carpenters in it. Now, how would you like to get there from the embassy?
Cleanse.
No problem. You guys head over to, it looks like a big stone building, and it's got some guards. One of the guards is a kind of lanky, bored-looking, red-haired guy who Freddy knows the name of as soon as he looks at him and goes, huh. And Keith goes,
Hello, Keith.
hello.
Enjoying your new job?
Oh, no. Not at all, he says.
Hey, listen, we need to go in for a sec. Do you mind waiting over there?
Not at all. They've already told me the password, if that's what you're...
Oh, yeah? What is it?
He tells you. The guards are nodding like, see? He's one of us.
I just glare at them like... All right, come on then.
Can anyone take a heist card?
Yeah.
What?
Cool.
Am I going somewhere? Says Keith.
I'll take one, Joel.
Are we going on a trip? Says Keith.
No, we're going. You're staying here.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks dejected.
All right. I'll go in and.
Right, you guys go in. Clem's sitting in there. Inside of this big stone building is a smaller wood building that looks like a very typical barber shop with like the big clear window and the barber shop pole, and it's got the old guy who's got the mutton chops and stuff, and he's like, "Howdy, what can I do you for?" There's four chairs. There's a back room with the door closed and normal barber shop accoutrement.
Are we getting haircuts, are we?
I went to see what Clem does.
He said, "Howdy, what can I do you for?"
Oh, okay, didn't. Okay. Hot towel and a shave, please.
He nods. Where are you going back to?
Gothic, I didn't go at your baby.
He nods. And, you guys.
Them too.
All right. You guys all get seated in 3 of the 4 barber chairs, and he puts hot towels over your face. And when he takes them off, the barber shop is substantially lighter because the last place didn't have great lighting since it was inside of another stone building. And you guys are currently in a new zone. And yes, Jameis gets more fucking tarot cards because he
What's a
loves
good language to pick up? Because I've got a linguist and a limited retrieve when I play them.
Oh, Latin comes up every now and then.
Mandarin comes up quite a bit.
Mandarin, sorry. If you want
I would go with Earth languages. I don't until I get exposed to it. I wouldn't have any reason to go sorry.
Latin, Mandarin, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go Mandarin then. That's my mood.
Jameis picks up the 3 of Cups and the Lovers. Which means he'll fall in love with his best friend and go make hay. So
pass them over to Freddy since he seems to like them so much.
Cool. You guys are currently in Weapon and Armor Row. It's a well-guarded, clean, and efficient part of the city. A couple of the obviously interesting stores here include the Gnome Depot, the Slaughterhouse, which is a restaurant, Sharps, which is a blade shop, and Clem's Barber Shop. The place, this area has changed a bit. Before, there was all kinds of vehicles whizzing around. Now you hear the chunka of the horse and cart, or the what the hell is that 2-seater thing called? The hansom cab, as they go around the streets, and the smell of horse shit, of course.